Hello, hello. This is Babble without a cause. My name is Alexander Graham Bell, and I invent the telephone. I want to share with you my current obsession this week. For this whole week, I've been listening to Cosmic Blues by Janis Joplin for at least once a day. I don't know if it's a healthy obsession or not, but I think everybody should have a little bit of Janis Joplin in their lives. Now, this might be common knowledge, but do you know that Turkey is not actually from Turkey? We've confused it with another bird with similar resemblance that is actually from Turkey, and we've accepted it since in our language. In Malay, a turkey is called ayam belanda. Directly translated, this means the Dutch chicken, because the Malay first saw this chicken after the Portuguese came. In French language, now I don't know how to speak French, but in French language, a turkey is called coq d'Inde, and that means the rooster of India. We have a lot of things we call French. We have French toast for breakfast. We use a French press to make coffee. Girls do French braid with their hair. We have French bulldog as companions. We give French kisses to our lovers. Pardon my French is also a saying in our language. This reminds me of this game called Chinese Whispers. Or is it Chinese radio? Or Chinese telephone? When I see the Chinese, I associate the Chinese with Buddhism. There's a lot of stories that I hold on to that help me navigate with my experiences in life. And one of the stories that I know of I came across this Buddhist story of a ferry captain who was traveling with 500 merchants on his boat. And he came to know that there is a robber that wanted to kill everyone on the boat, to pirate the ship and all of its cargo. But the captain knows that this crime would inflict eons of torment for the murderer. So what he did was he instead killed the robber. In doing so, he helped save that robber from that torment. And he saved 500 people from being killed. And all of those people who know these 500 people from suffering. But because of this murder, he now have to carry the sin of killing another person. So he in turn had to carry this karmic torment. And this story is associated with a concept called Upaya kosaya, skillful means. This Sanskrit word also exists in Malay language. Upaya obviously is from Sanskrit. In Malay, upaya means ability, to be able to do something. When you say to do something with sadaya upaya, it means to do something with all of your might, to do everything you're able to achieve something. There's another story that I'm drawn to at the moment. It's the story of Cain and Abel. It's an Abrahamic story in Abrahamic teachings. In the Muslim version of it, it's called Qabil and Habil. My recollection of the story is that Cain and Abel both have a twin sister, and they were supposed to marry the other sister. But Cain wanted to marry the beautiful sister, which is of his own twin. And to settle this dispute, God asked them to give offerings. Both of them, being farmers, brought their offerings to God. Abel brought his fattest calves, the best of his sheep, top tier produce, the best quality farm lives to God. Cain, on the other hand, brought flax seeds. In some stories, he brought fruits. In some stories, he even brought rotten fruits. Abel's offering was preferred by God, and he won the dispute because he brought the best quality products. Cain was not happy with this and decided to kill Abel. In some stories, he had to bring the body of Abel on his back and wander around for 100 years while the body rots. And in Muslim stories, God eventually sent a pair of crows to fight in front of Cain. One of the crow managed to kill the other, and the crow dug up the ground and buried the other crow. And that is when Cain learned how to bury his own brother. To bury the shame that he's been carrying. It got me to reflect how did we, if we ever did in our lives, bury and kill what we're able to do because of shame or envy or greed. Or sometimes we might try to kill and bury what other people are able to do because of bad reasons. But I don't know. These are just stories, and maybe stories are not meant to have happy endings, so that we learn. I don't know what we learn, but I'm attracted to how crows are brought up in the story. It reminds me of that story of a crow who was so thirsty, and he found a big bottle with very little water in it, and the crow was not able to drink the water. So what did he do? The crow brought rocks, stones, pebbles, filled up the bottle with rocks, one by one, bit by bit, and eventually the crow was able to drink that water. So that's a story with a happy ending. And sometimes I wish in life we are sent crows of wisdom who can show us what to do. But this is a wishful thinking, and not all wishes are granted. That's why Santa Claus have a naughty list, and bad kids don't get gifts. I want to share with you a gift. I want to give you a gift of what I found. It's a poem by Khalil Gibran. This poem is called Fear. Let me read you out this poem. It is said that before entering the sea, a river trembles with fear. She looks back at the path she has traveled. From the peaks of mountains, the long winding road crossing forests and villages, and in front of her she sees an ocean so vast that to enter there seems nothing more than to disappear forever. But there is no other way. The river cannot go back. Nobody can go back. To go back is impossible in existence. The river needs to take the risk of entering the ocean, because only then will fear disappear. Because that's where the river will know it's not about disappearing into the ocean, but of becoming the ocean. So that is the poem by Khalil Gibran. There is so much to do, and there is not enough time. I hope you enjoyed the time spent listening to me in Babble without a cause. Thank you.